you drive around Metro Vancouver, you might notice that there are a lot of front lawns that look like this, and this is the result of the European Chafer Beetle. We're going to discuss all about that today from the inbox. So let's look at this video from the city of Richmond that really does a good job explaining about the European Chafer Beetle that is infesting so many lawns here in British Columbia. This is what it basically looks like when you have an infestation, because the different types of animals like raccoons, crows, and skunks will dig up your yard to eat it. But they're not eating the beetle itself. They're eating that grub right there. That's the grub that they're going after. And typically this happens early in the year, and we'll explain it later. But that's basically what it looks like. And you could actually cut out a piece of your lawn to find that larva, that Chafer larva, what they call grub. And that's the problem. You get these yellow patches in your lawn. That's called thatch. It also feels spongy as well in that area where they're digging tunnels, the grub. And there's the crow eating the grub right there. And that's the big problem that I see everywhere. Now, here's the life cycle of the Chafer beetle. So in June is when the beetle actually emerges from that larva. They start to mate in June and July. The females deposit their eggs. The eggs hatch in 2 weeks, and they'll feed through the fall and winter. And then they come out again in May, and that's where the crows go nuts for the Chafer beetle grub. So here it's talking about not using pesticides because they can be controlled by bylaws. So there are different ways, and that's what we're discussing, how to get rid of them. But it's very, very tough. Now, these nematodes, these are these little parasites that will go inside the larva. But you do need to water your grass a lot, and with the water restrictions, that doesn't become an option for a lot of people. Now, here's a picture sent to me from a listener named Jim. He heard us talk about the Chafer beetle and wanted to share a picture of a before and after of what happened to his front lawn once he had an infestation. And this is also, we have to take in consideration, there was a heat dome where we had extremely hot temperatures as well, and that kind of damaged a lot of people's lawns. But this is what it looked like before, and it looks amazing. This is a really well done job for lawn care maintenance on his front lawn. And let's go and see what happened once he got that infestation from Chafer beetles. A dramatic difference. Look, his lawn is pretty much been chewed up because of that beetle got into his front lawn. And this is why so many homes, if you drive around Metro Vancouver or anywhere in BC for that matter, you'll notice that a lot of lawns look like this. And for homeowners, it's very, very hard to solve. And it just seems like the beetle is winning. And what's interesting is that this came to British Columbia in 2001. So it hasn't only been about 2 decades, and it's really just winning the war on people's front lawns. So we really have to reimagine what we're going to do with front lawns here. And that's one of the reasons why I highly recommend people consider putting a vegetable garden right in the front lawn. Okay, now let's talk about how you can get rid of raccoons that are coming around your house. This is a very common problem, and it can be extremely frustrating. Now, I got an email from somebody, a radio listener named Ken, who heard us talk about this and wanted to share his solution. Now, he lives in East Van, and he has a little side area on the side of his house that's all gravel. And what he's noticed is that the raccoons will go there and poop there. And so he has to go and clean it up all the time. And so it's very, very frustrating because he has to wear a mask and gloves. And he's been trying everything to get rid of the raccoons. And I want to share one of his ideas that is kind of working, and he's going to modify it to make sure that it's foolproof. So basically, peppermint oil is a really good way to get rid of raccoons. They don't like that smell. And so what Ken did is he bought these solar lights from Dollarama, from the dollar store. And what he did is, you could see over here, he's drilled some holes inside of it. And he used his, a drill to make these small little holes. He actually did have some problems of it cracking on the side, but he was managed to get these holes in, filled it with cotton, and then took the cotton. Basically, he took 40 drops of peppermint oil, mixed it with a little bit of dish soap into a solution, and then sprayed those cotton balls. And he noticed that the reason why they use the dish soap is that it actually attaches onto the surface better. And he noticed that this works. However, they would then poop just a little bit farther away from this. So let's see how it looks once it's all set up. You can see he's got the post right inside the gravel. And then he has the cotton balls with the holes that allow for that scent of the peppermint oil to come out. And the great thing about this is you can leave it for a longer period of time. He noticed that when he sprayed it on the gravel, it would last for about a week or two, but if it rained, the scent was gone. Now, the problem that Ken is having, it's kind of funny, but they're starting to poop just farther away from there. So what he's going to do is just have a whole line of these Dollarama solar lights that have his cotton-infused peppermint oil. And so hopefully that solution will work. I guess another thing you could do is pantyhose or something like that and just kind of maybe have them hanging on the side over here. But I think aesthetically this probably looks the best. It would look weird if you had pantyhoses sitting off the ledge of your window and stuff. But I really want other people to share your pictures and ideas on how you can combat these pests, because it's really great for us to share this with the community, and maybe somebody, some of these ideas can help someone.